What's crackin', movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's your boy C-Dub, and today we got, during the Schmoedown Skybound Expo, we got the Inner Geekdom tournament match with Chance the Cobra Ellison taking on the Spider Robert Parker. This is the fan league match that I have long waited for, and it's finally upon us. Parker is seemingly an unbeatable force, so what Chance has facing him today will not be easy, but I gotta root for my buddy Chance on this one. Love me some Corruption. This is gonna be an amazing match. Skybound, you made a brilliant decision teaming up with the Schmoedown. It's a match made in heaven. So let's get this thing started.
Chance Ellison versus the Spider. You have the Cobra, Chance Ellison versus the Spider. Robert Parker. Chance Ellison is really the first. He was the trailblazer, the first guy to really make it from the fan leagues to make it to the Schmoedown. Not only did he make it, he's the youngest movie trivia Schmoedown champion we've ever had. His team's champion. He's got one of the highest accuracies. He's been his record overall doesn't really dictate how great he is, and that's only because of the competition he has faced. He's faced some of the toughest competition that anyone has seen in this league, and he stood his ground with everyone.
In a match brimming with storylines, Christian, and you talk about the fact that on top of all of that, the icing and the sprinkles on the cake are that the winner moves on in this tournament. If I had told you back when we started this whole Schmoedown endeavor that one day these two were going to meet head-to-head, neither one of us would have believed it, mainly because they were not born yet. They're two of the youngest bucks we have in the league, and I say bucks, but I really should have said Cobra and Spider. Now, we know how Cobras fare against mongooses, but how is this one going to fare against an insect with a whole lot of legs?
Well, he certainly does have a whole lot of legs. He's already 2-0. He is supposed to be the next coming of Kevin Smets. He's supposed to be the greatest Inner Geekdom player we've ever seen in this league. If you look at what he's done in his fan league career, it's hard to argue that he doesn't have the skills to do it. And you look what he's done in his first 2 matches, he certainly has the skills to do it. Robert the Spider Parker was taken as the 2nd overall pick by the Dungeon, which by John Kaiser was an interesting move considering they have the current Inner Geekdom champion in Kevin Smets already in the faction. But it's because of this. It's because of here we are today. If they can keep racking up those points, because the Dungeon certainly needs those points, and Corruption is starting to make a pull with everything that Laura Kelly has done. Chance already has done well, and then Mike winning his first round match. This is, Corruption starting to make a stance here, and it's one more time we see Corruption versus the Dungeon, Kaiser versus Shannon, and this is for all the marbles right now.
Oh yeah, regardless of what the record is, that these two are going to be entertaining managers, if nothing else. And when you do look at the faction standing, sure, you have the Finstock Exchange on top, but then there seems to be some haves and have-nots, and these kind of matches that we're about to witness are going to separate and maybe put one of those factions from the have-not category into the haves, and maybe down the road in competition with the Finstock Exchange for it all.
Well, we're going to find out, because these two have not been silent. They have been going after each other. They have been talking about bragging rights and who is the best, and the fact that Chance has been gloating about being a champion and Parker has been gloating about becoming a future champion. So all of that, the whole story on how we got here from the beginning of their fan careers to right now, here we go.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man. So, Parker, come at me, man. I'm waiting for you round 2. I want to be the one to take you out.
Here we are, round 2. Who we got this time? We got the man, the phenom, as they call him, Robert the Spider Parker.
We draft stallions, okay? We draft stallions. Robert, the Spider, Parker, get your ass in the dungeon! Parker! And come and get this belt if you want!
So I played in the fan leagues for about 3 years. So I played with people like Chance and Paul and Smets and all of the above. And
Are you sure you want to play with Kaiser?
Kaiser's so stupid. He picked a kid who didn't miss a freaking question the entire game. Boy, I must really not know what I'm doing. The Dungeon isn't going to lose a match in IG, so everyone better get out their VHS tapes and blow off the dust. Get ready. Watch what you got to watch, because the Spider's coming for more action. So I know what you're capable of.
You were the first one to come over and do it well.
I was the first for a reason. And when I take on Parker, you're going to see why I was the first for a reason.
You came to the Schmoedown first. I've already made a bigger impact, that's for sure.
My boy Chance already took care of Oyama, so now we get Robert the Spider Parker.
You know, Shannon's walking around with that Party City crown on her head. Are we all supposed to bow down to the queen of cheap Halloween costumes?
Everyone in this game is beatable, Magic Boy included. I'm not worried about it. One game at a time, one opponent at a time. Let's bring them on.
Yes, it's true. Chance was the first family competitor to make it to the Schmoedown. But I will be going down as one of the greatest Inner Geekdom players of all time.
I'm not like Ace or Goddard or these newbies that you just push around. You want to win against me, you're going to have to fight for it.
Oh! Hello there. Don't mind me, just hopped into the kitchen to get a sandwich. I was thinking about a year ago right now, when an unbeatable rookie took the league by storm. As I'm going to take my knowledge and pass it on to my protege and watch him do the same thing to the new unbeatable rookie in the IG League. See you at the table.
I will admit that Chance is really good. That being said, I know that I know more than him. I know that I can beat him. I know that I can beat anybody who has ever played an Inner Geekdom match. I just have to go out there and actually do it, and that's exactly what I will be doing.
All right, so as you see, Mark, it's heated. No one would have thought that Shannon and Kaiser weren't going to go after each other, and they would have been right, because they didn't go just after each other. They went after each other's competitors. They went after the fact that the factions are better. And look, at one point, corruption was in the cellar. They were in the dumps. That's not the case anymore. Corruption's starting to climb, and it's starting to climb fast. Shannon has let the top dogs go, and the top dogs are delivering. So Kaiser needs this, because if Parker does not win this match, not only does it take away his stake for Rookie of the Year, it puts the dungeon in a very, very difficult spot. It puts it all on the shoulders of Eric Zipper to try to stay in this thing, because they don't have the strongest competitors in singles and teams. They have people who can compete, but they don't have superstars like the other factions.
Yeah, and you watch Cobra and Spider in that pre-match interview, and you just say, what happened to dreams? What happened to just being happy to be here? Well, Christian, at the lightning pace that this league and this show and this particular division of Inner Geekdom moves at, is that you don't have time to look around and take Ferris Bueller's advice and enjoy the ride. Now you're here, you gotta put up or shut up. Somebody's winning this tournament, and I think both these fellows are saying it might as well be us, and they have the full backing of their managerial components.
Well, speaking of which, the feud has been going strong this season. Last year he said he was scared of Grace and scared of Shannon. Well, I'm wondering if he's still scared of Shannon and corruption. He's got a couple victories over him in the past, and he do it here today. It is the manager of the dungeon, Kaiser, and of course, one of his arch rivals, the Queen of Corruption, Shannon Barney, is here. Let's start with you, Shannon. I mean, you've got that smile on your face. You look confident. How are you feeling going into this match against the dungeon and Robert Parker, the phenom?
I got a great night of sleep. I am feeling good. We are well oiled. We are ready to do this. I am so friggin' excited.
Kaiser, you got Parker. He was your number 2 draft pick overall. This is a big match. Chance Ellison, former teams champion. He's got a record of 1-1 so far in the Inner Geekdom division. Any hesitation going up against the Cobra here today in round 2?
Well, first of all, I'm not afraid of anybody. Grace is a criminal, so I just choose to stay away from him. You know, this marks the first contest between myself and the Queen of Combustion. At least that's how she's known at the Taco Bell drive-thru. So I expected, actually, I didn't even know Corruption was still a faction. I thought I stomped out that fire last season at Collision. But like a bad Men in Black sequel, they're back.
All right, well, strong words from Kaiser to open up, as with Shannon Barney. Now, Kaiser, I'm going to start with you, and then Shannon, I'd like you to answer this question as well. What do you tell your competitors? Because although they're young and maybe they haven't been in the Schmoedown as long as certainly Christian and I, they have a lot of experience for their precocious age. What do you tell them going into this match, and how does it differ from what you've told them in previous incarnations?
You know, Robert Parker's a regulator, okay? He's a young gun. It's time for him to mount up and take out this tenderfoot so the freaking dungeon can fulfill the prophecy of winning this Inner Geekdom tournament. He doesn't need any confidence. He came into this league a lethal man. All he needs from me is the guidance of someone who knows how to win championship belts, and that's how you become a big deal in this league. So I like his chances. I think this kid is going to be tough. You know, Chance Ellison is a hoodlum. He stole my wallet the first day in the Schmoedown, but luckily I know that he hangs out in the My Little Pony section at Toys R Us, so I was able to track it down. So this is the Spider's time. I can't wait to see what he does today.
All right, Shannon, we heard from your opponent who looks like he's about to be felled by Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando. What do you tell Chance Ellison leading into this match?
Perhaps we heard a little too much from Kaiser, because all he does is run his mouth with nonsensical dribble. And by the way, you lost it, because just shut your face. As far as Chance goes, I told you that he's a rising star, especially in this IG tournament. He's the one to look out for. We're not afraid of Robert. We're not afraid of the dungeon. The dungeon has nothing on us. And by the way, Kaiser, you are afraid. Because we're too similar and you don't like that. You can't stand that our brains work way too much on the same parallel. It gives you a little heebie-jeebie. And I know that about you. So we'll see what happens today, but my chips are on Chance and just have to take out Parker.
All right, listen. The two managers doing exactly what we thought they would do. Corruption versus the dungeon. It is two of the hottest factions out there today going head to head. Good luck to you both. Gonna put you in the waiting room here. Here we go. All right, Mark. So you heard it. I mean, who wants it more? That's going to be the big question. They're both managing really, really well. Corruption started out in the cellar, but you gotta give Shannon the credit that she deserves, and they are making a heavy push here, and this could be massive, just massive, if Chance Ellison can beat Parker and send the dungeon on their way. Who knows?
It's going to be a huge win either way, Christian. Many questions are about to get answered. Will it be corruption or the dungeon? Does Christian drink all those Stellas and then the beer fairy flies in at midnight and replaces it with a whole new batch in his fridge? We'll know the answer to at least one of those queries as soon as this match concludes.
Josh McCougar is going to be over soon to be drinking it on his next show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Yeah!
3 rounds in the Inner Geekdom division. Introducing first, representing Corruption with a record of 1 win, 1 defeat in the Inner Geekdom division, is the former movie trivia Schmoedown team's champion of the world, the Cobra, Chance Ellison. There he is, Chance Ellison, former team's champion, youngest champion we've ever had, Inner Geekdom competitor here. Chance, both of your Inner Geekdom matches have been competitive. The first one where you lost, people forget. You bested Chandru, who's now the #1 contender. You barely lost to Brandon Hanna in that first Inner Geekdom match. You weren't even supposed to be in the thing. You surprised everybody at the end. And then you had that really great performance against Paul Oyama. Is Inner Geekdom a hidden strength that people just didn't know?
Look, when that first match happened, it was because a certain corrupt commissioner tried to throw me in to embarrass me. I proved him wrong, didn't come out with a win, but I proved I can hang in this league. Now, a year later, had all the time to prep, all the time to practice, all the time to hit the trivia gym with my boy Mike, and yeah, I've proven that I can be a legitimate threat in this league, which is what I wanted to do to begin with.
All right, but Chance, you're about to face an opponent unlike any we've ever seen in Inner Geekdom before, in that comes in a lot like yourself from the fan leagues and just has so much buzz, gets a high draft spot, and wins matches left and right. So is there any sort of prep difference that you have to make, any sort of adjustments you have to make in your study leading up to this match against the Spider?
No, it's just a matter of making sure I know all I can know. And here's the thing. He had his first 2 matches against a rookie. Actually, 2 rookies, I should say. See, I'm not a rookie Parker can just push around. See, I'm seasoned. I've been in this league for 3 seasons. So I know what I'm doing, and I know how to prep for a guy like Parker.
All right, well, Chance Ellison, former team's champion, who also, by the way, has a shot at the team's title coming up whenever those matches will be able to assume. So here he is now in the quarterfinals here against Robert Parker. All right, Chance, going to put you in the waiting room while we get to your opponent. And his opponent, representing the Dungeon, with a record of 2 wins, no defeats, and 1 knockout. He is the Spider, Robert Parker. Robert Parker is here. The swagger, the spin, all of it. Robert, you have done exactly what you said you were going to do in Atlanta. You jumped up on that stage and you said that you were going to take this league by storm with the Dungeon. You've done that so far. You had a really great win against Andres Cabrera in your first win. A hard fought victory against the Bandit, Ben Goddard. But here you are, like you said, 2-0. Are you surprised how you've gotten here so far, and how do you feel going up against your competitor in Chance Ellison?
No, I'm not surprised. I knew what I was capable of when I came in here. You said it yourself, that first match, a perfect game. Last match, 1 tiny error from knocking out Ben Goddard. 1 point away from tying the Intergeekdom points record, and I didn't even need my 5. I didn't break a sweat. I know what I'm capable of, but I'll be honest, I'd be a fool to overestimate or underestimate Chance here. I know what he's capable of from our time in the fan leagues. He's a former champion. He's been talking, he's been putting in that work in the last year. And that actually makes it really funny, because all that work that he talked about is going to go to waste. It's just going to be a complete waste of time when I kick his ass today.
Robert, unlike Christian, whose wardrobe is provided by free movie t-shirts, you and I like to do a nice bit of shopping with fine threads. If we open your closet, are we going to see 10 suits that all look like the one you're wearing?
It's the exact same, exactly, yeah. It's just, you gotta switch it out. I have like 8, 7 for each day of the week, and then 1 for holidays. And it's just this exact same, so you gotta class up the joint. I'm here to bring just a little style of class to the Schmoedown, unlike Chance, who's sitting there with bad Wi-Fi and sunglasses instead of a mask.
All right, well, look, last thing before we bring in your opponent here, there is way before you even joined the Dungeon, there's been a long-standing feud between the Dungeon and Corruption. How satisfying would it not only be to beat Corruption, but also to beat Chance Ellison, who was the first fan league competitor to come over and really make a name for himself in the Schmoedown?
Yeah, Chance blazed the trail for fan leaguers, and I'm grateful for him for doing that. I'm here to redefine those trails. I'm not the next Kevin Smith. I'm not the next Rachel Cushing. I'm the first Robert Parker. That's what I'm here to do in the Intergeekdom. I'm here to be one of the best players of all time, and I'm going to prove it in this tournament.
All right, Mark, so there we are. We have Chance and the Spider. Mark, this is already a hyped up match. I am ready to get going. How do the rules of round number 1 go?
He's the first Robert Parker. I'm the second Mark Ellison, just a pale clone in comparison. But I can read the rules. Here they are. In round number 1, this is Intergeekdom. So you're going to have 10 questions from 10 different corners of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how in the world of the Intergeekdom. Each question is worth a point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 1. As soon as we ask the question, you have about 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer with whatever utensil on whatever tablet you have provided for yourself. Once we ask you by name to reveal your answer, please show what you wrote to your camera the same time you verbalize your answer to the microphone. You each have 3 JTE rules to be used at any point throughout the 3-round match. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you want to buy yourself another 15 seconds, use a JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be used at any point issued by your manager, although you may initiate it during the 3-round match. Christian, the sleeves are rolled up, the sunglasses are on. I think it's go time.
All right, we start with the Spider. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Or Chance, are you ready?
Let's get it.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! All right, here we go. Question number 1, category number 1. This is from the MCU, gentlemen. What was the last film released in Phase 2 of the MCU?
Most recent MCU film you watched, Christian? Answer that after.
Yes. Well done, Mark.
Lead the horse to water.
5,
Not yet.
4, 3. I don't need another challenge. 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Robert.
Ant-Man.
Yes, it is. Chance.
Ant-Man.
1-1. We start off exactly how I thought we would, Mark. The answer, endgame, Mark. Endgame.
Wow, Nostradamus, it's a pleasure to announce this match with you. Let's see if we can make it 2-2. Your next category, the world of Star Wars. And your question, what year did Star Wars The Clone Wars release in theaters in the domestic United States?
2008.
Fan of this movie?
More than I was when I initially saw it. I still don't think it's great, but I like it better as it pertains to the actual show itself.
Tried to watch it on a plane, fell asleep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down and Chance.
2008.
Yes, Robert.
2008.
Game 2-2. As we get to our next question. Robert, sorry to do this to you, but Middle Earth. What is the name of the protective shirt of chainmail that Bilbo gifts to Frodo that was made by the elves?
God, that was classic, Christian. That was classic. Just see, once the glasses come up, you know it's an important question.
That didn't make the edit, so no one knows what you're talking about. 5, 4, 3, 2.
I know what I saw.
Pens down, please. And Robert.
That's a Mithril vest.
Yes, it is. Chance.
Yeah, Mithril.
Yeah, Mithril counts. Yes. All right. Next question mark is question number 4.
All right, let me get the old goggles out here. And it's from the world of DC, not DCEU, DC. Your question. In The Dark Knight, how is Lau, the businessman that is the accountant for the mob, killed? What was that?
This reminds me of things.
You having flashbacks?
Burned by the
Are we doing
Joker.
a match?
Repeat the question.
First one.
I can certainly do that. This is in the category of DC and in The Dark Knight. How is Lau, the businessman that is the accountant for the mob, killed? We got to see this at a press screening. Maybe one of our first press screenings.
One of them, yeah. And
Good movie.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Chance.
The Joker sets him on fire on a pile of money.
That is correct. And Robert.
I did not have that.
Did not have it. Chance
Wow.
takes his first lead here. 4-3 over Robert Parker. So Chance so far with the first blood mark. All right, here we go. Next question. Marvel films. Which actor plays Apocalypse in X-Men Apocalypse?
Occasionally, I just love thinking if somebody just tuned into the match on that part when Chance answered, oh, he burns him, he sets him on fire on top of a pile of cash. Like, what am I watching?
Oscar Isaac.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Robert.
Oscar Isaac.
Yes. And Chance.
Oscar Isaac.
Yes. 5-4. Chance keeping that 1-point lead as we get to our next question mark, question number 6.
And that is in the wizarding world of HP. Your question. In Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, what is the name of the school led by Headmaster Igor Karkaroff? Or some might say Igor, depending on what your favorite Frankenstein movie is.
Bless you. And
This is what happens when you don't really
4,
study anymore.
3,
Forget things.
2,
Can't
1. Pens
remember
down,
it.
gentlemen. Pens down. Starting with Chance.
Durmstrang.
Durmstrang is correct. Durmstrang, yes.
It says Durmstrang.
Oh, okay, okay.
Spell it for you?
He's got
I
it.
didn't see a T there. That's all I'm saying.
He's got a T. And you have?
Durmstrang Academy of Magic.
That is correct. I appreciate that, Robert. I do. But he had the T. All right, question number 7. Here we go. In the category of Star Trek, who plays Dr. Gillian Taylor in Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home?
Where would a pig as a pet be on your list, Christian?
You know, I could be sold on it. I don't know about, maybe when I'm in my 20s. 5, 4,
Catherine Hicks.
3,
Add a pig in your 20s.
2, 1. Pens down. And Parker.
Catherine Hicks.
Yes. And Chance.
Seventh Heaven Zone, Catherine Hicks.
Chance keeps his lead. 1 point here. 7-6 mark as we get to question number 8 with the Cobra with a 1 point lead.
The Cobra does have a 1 point lead, and we move now to the category of the DCEU, the extended universe of DC Comics. Your question. In Shazam, what city is the majority of the film set in? And obviously a shout out to Christian's doggy. For many years, Taz.
Oh, he's the best. He was a pig.
Philadelphia.
Sweet good
I
boy.
believe.
Horrible breath.
Horrible. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chance.
Philadelphia.
Yes, it is. Parker.
Philadelphia.
8-7. 8-7. The scrap continues as we get to question number 9. Heroes and villains. Which actor plays the lead in 2019's Hellboy?
And you know, Christian, Molly licks my face all the time. I love her breath. I think Taz just took it to another level.
It was awful.
I
Still,
couldn't stand it.
absolutely.
What is his name? Ah, freak. How can I not remember his name? Damn it, I forgot his name. This is what happens when you don't study stuff anymore.
Filth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down and Parker.
David Harbour.
Yes, and Chance.
David Harbour.
Yes, it is. All right, so here's where we stand, Mark. If Chance hits this, he and only he will get a bonus question because he'll have a perfect round. But if he misses, we go right into round number 2. Here we go with the last question, Mark. Question number 10.
And it's in the category of mixed bag. Roll up your sleeves, reach in there. What's the question gonna be? Or it could be a free Blu-ray player that Christian's dog won us. Your question: in which 1994 comic book film will you find the quote, "Look at that, it's exactly 2 seconds before I honk your nose and pull your underwear over your head"? That's one of the better quotes we've ever asked.
It's a good one. I like it. I just used that quote. And Mark at 5, 4,
Shadow.
3, 2, 1. Chance for the perfect round.
The Mask.
Yes, Chance hits a perfect round, and Parker didn't have it. So Chance has a chance here to go up by 3 points should he hit his bonus question. He needs to hit this bonus question, but he's got himself a 2-point lead. Here's your bonus. Chance, are you ready?
Yes.
Who plays Professor James Arnold in 2014's Kingsman
Mark Hamill?
Secret Service?
Mark Hamill.
For 1 more point, Chance Ellison sees himself with a 3-point lead going into round number 2. Gonna bring in both Shannon and Kaiser here as we approach round number 2. Mark, how does round number 2 go?
Round number 2 works as thus. It is known as the wheel round, the wheel of destiny, fortune, and justice. Each competitor gets to spin at that wheel. If you don't like what you spin at first, as long as it's not opponent's choice, God forbid, you can spin again. That's what we in golf call a mulligan. Once you settle on a category, you're going to be asked 5 questions from said genre of inner geekdom know-how. Each question's worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer to the question, just ask a multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is that answer you're looking for. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. Both managers retain their usage of challenges. Christian, it looks like Chance Ellison, the Cobra, is going to have first spin. Does he want to take advantage of it?
He does have first spin. We'll find out in a second. They'll be able to talk about it, but also to remind Parker, you have used 1 JTE so far. Chance has all 3, and both have challenges. All right, so we're going to drop out Kaiser for the moment here, and Parker for the moment. Let Chance and Shannon. Shannon, you have 60 seconds to talk to your competitor and find out if he wants to go first and second, starting now.
Woo, buddy. Nice round 1, man. Perfect. You're perfect. What do you want to do? You want to go first, get this done? Let's increase that lead?
Yeah, going first as well for me, so I'm going to go first.
Do it.
All right, that's the final decision there. Okay, so we're going to start again here. The spin will go in, and here it is.
All right, there it goes. And Christian, I think the only thing he's concerned about is opponent's choice, and maybe not even then.
Well, I don't know. It depends on how he's been studying so far, but there it is. It is on DCEU. DCEU, 60 seconds to decide, starting now.
Seeing all these movies, I feel like I can get a good grasp on them. And if I don't want to risk spending the game, I'm going to take it. I'll take it.
Do it.
Take it?
Do it.
All right,
This.
all right,
You know
fine.
this.
All right, okay, so we're going to drop
Trust
Shannon.
your gut.
All right, Shannon, going to drop you out there. Going to bring back Robert Parker here. All right. Chance, you're going to get 5 questions in the realm of the DCEU. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here you go. First question. What is the name of Army Special Forces Colonel who leads the Suicide Squad?
Rick Flag.
Flag.
2 points. Question 2. In Shazam, what type of bullet was shot at Superman that Freddy keeps in a bag?
Nine millimeter.
Can you repeat that, please?
9mm.
That's correct. 2 points. Okay. Question number 3. Here you go. In Batman v Superman, Bruce and Diana Prince are admiring the sword of what?
Alexander the Great.
That is correct for 2 more points. Chance Ellison has not missed yet. Here's the next one. Question number 4. In what city does most of Suicide Squad predominantly take place?
Midway. Midway City. Midway City.
Apologize.
Multiple choice. A. Star City. B. Central City. C. Midway City.
Midway.
D. Gotham City.
Midway City.
That's correct for 1 point. Chance, here's your final point here. Final point. All right. In Wonder Woman, Ares says he isn't actually the god of war. He is the god of what?
Truth.
For 2 more points. Chance Ellison has an incredible round there, finds himself up by 12 points over the Spider, Robert Parker. All right, so Chance, those are your questions. Going to drop you off here. We're going to bring in Kaiser. Kaiser, you got 60 seconds to talk to your competitor starting now.
Well, we know what our strengths are, and that's everything, Parker. So you take a breath. You got this. We know what this game is, man. This game is 3 rounds. I mean, if you're playing in the IG, you're playing 3 rounds, and that's how it's going to go. This is where we clean up. This is where we close the gap. Let's do it. Let's show them what you're made of.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so there you go. So Kaiser, now the wheel, here it is. Here's the spin. Gotta be looking for Middle Earth.
Round and round it goes. It's
The Wizard
World.
All right, 60 seconds to talk about it. Starting now.
I'm feeling solid with that, Kaiser.
Yeah, I don't think you need to risk it and hit something that we'd rather not have.
Definitely not. I'm good.
Okay.
All right, so Parker decides to keep Wizarding World. Going to drop out both you guys for a moment. Bring back Chance and Parker. All right, Robert Parker, you chose the Wizarding World. You're going to get 5 questions in the realm of the Wizarding World. Mark?
At your ready, Christian, and here we go. Mr. Parker, you've spun the Wizarding World, home of butterbeer. I prefer frozen. Your first question for 2 points. Who killed Voldemort's pet snake that held a piece of his soul
Longbottom.
in the Deathly Hallows
Neville
Part 2?
Longbottom.
Neville.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right, there you go. That's question 1 for Parker. Here's question 2, Mark.
Question 2, in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, what is the full name, need the first and last, of the headmaster for Beauxbatons?
It is Madame Olympe Maxime.
Yes, it is. Even threw the madam in there for no extra points. 2 more points are awarded to Robert Parker, and he can get 2 more if he gets this question. In Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Vernon lies and tells Aunt Marge that Harry attends what school?
St. Brutus's.
It's the Secure Center for Incurably Criminal Boys, that's right, for 2 more points.
We see ourselves now 20-14 as Parker has his 4th question here, Mark.
That's right, he's working on a good round here. 2 more questions. Your penultimate question in the Wizarding World, Robert. In Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, what spell casts the dark mark of Voldemort in the sky?
Mors Mordre.
It doesn't sound good, but that is correct. 2 more points.
So this is the final question here by Robert Parker to get himself within 2 points here, Mark.
And he can do that if he gets this question for 2 points. In Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, what book did Moody give to Neville to read that ends up helping Harry in the tournament later on?
Are you just looking for like what it's about?
We need the title of the book.
The title of the book. Five, four.
I have to go multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Magical Water Plants of the Highland Lochs? B, Welsh Green Advisory? C, Nepal Plants of the Mountains?
Nepal
or D,
Plants of the
Hungary
Mountains?
Swamp Biology?
See?
A.
It is A for 1 point. And Christian, we played a whole other round. We saw a lot more knowledge, and yet here we are. 3 points once again separates the Cobra from the Spider.
All right, so they both went to multiple choice once, and Chance sees himself with a 3-point lead going into round number 3. Mark, how do the rules of round number 3 go?
This is the round that will determine the match, unless we go to sudden death overtime, and I think we've seen that a couple times with these gentlemen, Christian. In this particular matchup, we need a series of numbers from each of you. We need 3 numbers from each competitor. They can be anywhere between 1 and 15. Each number corresponds to a different corner of inner geekdom goodness. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next one is worth 3 points. Your last one is worth 5 of the biggest points of this tournament so far. Chance, you are going to give us your 3 numbers first. From 1 to 15, what feels lucky today?
Go 2, 12, and 8.
2, 12, and 8 for Chance and Parker.
10, 11, and 4.
10, 11, and 4 for Parker. All right, come on, Parker. Shannon, you have 60 seconds to talk to Chance, starting now.
All right, buddy, take a breath. You're in the lead. Just relax. You've got this. Use your repeats if you need them. You've got all of them at your disposal. It's your game to win, buddy. Just take your time. Listen to the question. You got this.
Understood.
All right, now, Kaiser, you got 60 seconds, starting now.
Parker, the burgers are on the grill. Take care of business. Let's do this.
Okay, fair enough. All right, thank you.
So weird.
Don't relax too much, bud.
All right, Shannon and Kaiser, thank you. All right, here we go. Parker, in order to tie the game, you chose category number 10. Category number 10.
I did.
You chose DC. In Batman Begins, after Lucius Fox first demonstrates the tumbler, what does
Does it
Bruce
come in
ask
black?
about? We're looking for the quote.
Does it come in black?
Yes, sir. 2 points for Robert Parker. All right, Robert Parker has hit his 2. Robert, now you have to hit your 3. And you chose category number 11. Category number 11. You chose Back to the Future. Back to the Future. What was written on the pie pan that Marty throws at Tannen to knock away his gun and save the Doc in Back to the Future 3?
Made in the USA?
5, 4.
Hi-ho, Silver.
Looking for Frisbee. Frisbee.
Wow.
Frisbee was the
Oh,
answer.
boy.
All right, so here's where we stand. If Robert Parker hits his 5, it bounces back to Chance. However, if he misses, Chance will win via TKO and pick up 4 big points for corruption. Parker, you chose category number 4. Category number 4, weapons, tech, vehicles, and magical objects. Are you ready?
Yep.
In Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, what is the name of the science vessel which is brought to investigate the Genesis planet before being destroyed by the Klingons?
The USS Grissom.
That is correct. Parker hits it, gives himself a 4-point lead over Chance Ellison. It bounces to Chance. Chance can have an opportunity to win the game here, Mark. He has chosen category number 2 for his first category mark.
That's right, Christian. And Derek Jeter's legendary number corresponds to the world of Star Wars.
Okay.
All right, Chance, and your 2-point question in the galaxy far, far away. Which Star Wars film features a climactic battle scene
Star
on
Wars
the
The
planet
Last Jedi. Episode 8.
Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi.
Thank you for the full answer. You get 2 points.
All right, so Chance Ellison is in a position to win. He either needs to hit his 3 or his 5. If he hits the 3, it's over, and Corruption has beaten the dungeon. All right, Mark, we have category number 12 for the 3-pointer.
Yes, we do. Historically, the 3s are easier than the 5s, but it really comes down to category at this point, Christian. So let's see. With number 12, Chance, you have selected the Wizarding World for your 3-point question. And here we go. Potentially, this is for the win. Chance, what is the name of the celebration that is held over Christmas in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire?
I believe it's the winter form, right?
5.
Yule Ball.
And who wins? Advancing to the next round, the Cobra, Chance Ellison. Ellison beats Parker. Ellison beats Parker. What an upset. Mark, who would have thought this was happening? I got to bring in Shannon. Parker, I'll bring you back in a moment here. What an upset. What a victory. Picking out the phenom, Robert Parker. Who would have seen that coming? Oh my goodness, Shannon.
You didn't see that coming. Well,
Shannon, you saw it coming. Listen, I thought Cobra had setting. I didn't know if he was going to be able to do it. Parker stumbled twice in the first round. I don't think he ever recovered from that, and I think he kind of kicked himself because he had to go to multiple in round 2. But man, Chance just played on fire. How are you feeling here, Shannon, watching this match?
you said it, Harloff. Chance beats Parker. Chance beats Parker. Where did we hear something similar to that? Oh, yeah. Mike beats Smets. Kalinowski beats Smets. Looks like Corruption's got the dungeon's number. We did it again. Sit down and shut up.
Wow. So I mean, look, fair to say, Chance. This has to be. I mean, look, you have had some stuff here in your career. You've seen the mountaintop in the team's division. So I got to put you on the spot. Is this one of your greatest moments in the movie trivia Schmoedown?
Oh, absolutely. To come into a match where most people thought I wasn't going to win. You know what? Most people didn't need to think I was going to win because I had the people who mattered. I knew Shannon had faith in me. My entire faction had faith in me. I put in the work. I worked hard. I wanted it, and I came in and I executed.
You certainly did. Hard to argue there, Mark.
Yeah, and Chance, I mean, you come in here, and you were the one that answered all the questions correctly and gave one of the best performances considering the amount of pressure you were under in this tournament that we've ever seen in Inner Geekdom. But I do have to ask you, we know you got a pretty capable study partner in Mike Kalinowski. Shannon, you're familiar with him. Do y'all let your mind drift to maybe a point down the road where you might see Mike in a less friendly capacity?
You know what? That's our ideal scenario. Our ideal scenario is Mike and I meet in the middle. Corruption v. Corruption in the finals of this tournament. And that way we can go challenge and take that belt from Smets and beat the dungeon again.
Well, look, you don't have Mike just yet. You have to go against the Finstock Exchange here, Shannon. Now you got, once again, you go from Kaiser to Dagnino. You got the Barbarian. How do you feel against Chances? Look, one rookie to the next. Chance to the Barbarian. How do you feel?
About the who? Who do we have to beat next?
The Barbarian should be feared at all?
No.
All right.
No. Why would we be scared? No. He beat one of my rookies, and that's all he's got over us. I'm not afraid of the Barbarian. No one's afraid of the Barbarian. He wears roadkill on his shoulder.
Chance,
Imbecile.
you feel the same?
I took it to a rookie phenom who exclusively IG. You think I'm scared of the Barbarian at this point? No.
Well, look.
Listen. 1, 2, Corruption's coming for you. All of you are on notice because this is what Corruption does. We take the unbeatable and we beat them. Put that in your fanny packs, throw it in your dens, put it on the stock market. You're all going down. I told you, this tournament belongs to us. So you can take the easy way out or you can take the hard way out. But I'm telling you, you're gonna friggin' lose.
Hard to argue with that. I mean, look, this has shades of Kalinowski versus Smets. I mean, it reminds me of that. And look, here we are, corruption does it again. Look at the standings right now. They jump up the standings. Unbelievable. Look, Shannon, congratulations. Chance, phenomenal match, my man. I don't even know if you've missed a single question in that match. So, again, well done.
You can say it. He's perfect.
He was in that one. All right, thank you guys. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you to the Cobra. Now I got to bring in, I'm shocked right now. I am shocked at the moment. So I want to bring in both Kaiser and Parker. Parker, got to start with you. This is the first time you have not heard and you're a winner in any league in a very long time. How are you feeling after this performance by Chance Ellison, and do you think that it was the first round you never really recovered from?
No, not at all, because I had cleaned house in round 2. I got one of my biggest strengths and had to go to multiple once. Wasn't going to get that on 2. I learned my lesson from the last match where I didn't go multiple. I feel perfect. I absolutely recovered from that. The Dark Knight Mist kind of stung a little bit, but I was never going to hit that mask question. And then I got, to be honest, just a really hard 3 that was just outside of my comfort zone, and I wasn't going to waste repeats on it. And then he got some questions in that 3rd round. He played well. You got to commend Chance for that. Like I said, I wasn't coming in here underestimating him. He's a smart guy about movies. He clearly studies, and I just got a few questions that were just outside baseball for me.
Kaiser, this is your. This was your bread and butter here on round number 2 pick. Hoping to get those points up. It puts the dungeon back significantly right now with all the pressure on Zipper's shoulders. How do you feel?
I believe in Robert Parker. I believe in the Spider. I know what he can do. This is a sport. We all go out there. We have good days. We have bad days, you know. Shannon seems to have a short memory because right now Kevin Smets is wearing that belt that used to be around Mike Kalinowski's waist. So until you get that back, then maybe you got something to say to me. You can't take anything away from Chance Ellison. He's one of the best players in this game. He always shows up, you know, and you got to give him props for what he did out there as a player. I don't think that you give the manager any props for that, to be honest with you. But I think Parker is having a good rookie year. He's 2-1. I think you're going to be surprised. You know, we all saw what happened to Kevin Smets when he took a loss. Came back hungrier, came back with more fire in his belly. So, hey, man, that's a rookie. That's a thing rookies got to learn sometimes. And the Spider just learned that. But I got all the confidence in the world. He can still be one of the greatest players ever in Schmoedown history.
And that's really what the takeaway is, at least for me. But I know, Robert, I know the competitor you are, so I know how this loss must sting. Do you give any thought yet to the history of the Schmoedown that's littered with competitors who looked fearsome and unbeatable at first? They took a loss, and they came back even stronger. So
Absolutely.
Where do you go from here?
No, yeah, just because of the situation the world is in, I probably won't get to play anytime as soon as I would hope, but I would love to get back in there. I had said it from day 1, and honestly, I would still do it right now, even after this loss. I'd get into Gauntlet and play every single person in the IG League history, and I would still feel good about my chances of winning. And yeah, Mike Kalinowski lost his first 2 Intergeekdom matches. Chance lost his first Intergeekdom match. Rachel did not have a good start to her Intergeekdom career. I definitely hoped that I would do a little bit better, obviously go a little farther in my tournament, just for the dungeon, but now my focus is going to be helping Zipper. Me and Smets are going to be doing that together. And I'm still all team dungeon. I'm still helping out as much as I can here. The loss definitely stings because I am a really competitive person and I also put a lot of work in. But I'm gonna be coming back as Mike or the Chance beats the Ellison beats Parker thing that happened last year too. And then at the end of the year, Mike got his ass kicked. So I definitely could see something similar happen here if I get the chance to play as soon as possible because I'm still hungry. I still know what I know, and I'm still ready for this division.
Well, let me ask you that question because I think that from remembering this moment with Smets that I can say the same thing. Are you secretly take Zipper out of it? Take Zipper out of it. Would you be okay with Chance winning this whole thing so you have a chance, no pun intended, to play him again, maybe even possibly for the title down the line?
Yeah, if we're taking Zipper out of it, I'd be fine with that. Like, how hard is it to say that I lost to a former champion who also won the tournament? Like, that's something to hang my hat on, that I stuck with him, that I definitely had some stumbles, that I know I can still improve my game, and I will continue to do that. But yeah, I would love to play Chance again. I would literally turn off the cameras and play Chance again right now, and I think if I played him 10 times, I genuinely think I would beat him 8 or 9 of them.
Hey,
And that's what you call dungeon attitude. You don't get down. You don't let one loss beat you up. That's what it takes to win in this league. The guys who take one loss and you never see them again, no one cares about those people. Now Robert Parker has something to aspire to. Now also Robert Parker and Smets can help get Zipper ready. What better coaches to have training you for this tournament than Robert Parker and Smets? And we are a family, and we are a team, and we are now fully behind Eric Zipper in this thing, and we're going to get that win for the dungeon.
All right, well, listen, guys, thank you. Robert, look, I know it's a bummer. Hell of a match here, man. There's no doubt that we're going to see you a lot sooner than later in this league, in this division. You're here to stay. We know it. But today, it does belong to the Cobra. But thank you to the Spider. Thank you to Kaiser. Mark, wow, we've seen one of our first big, huge upsets of the Inner Geekdom tournament. I didn't know what to expect. I knew Chance was tough, but I didn't know if he could overcome Parker. I certainly was wrong. The Cobra playing the Barbarian in the semifinals. Unbelievable.
Hey, it's a new experience for you and me both, is actually saying that Robert Parker was not the winner of the match. And I hate to say it, but I agree with Kaiser. We've seen competitors and they get one loss and then they just kind of drift by the wayside. It took me 8 losses to retire and get in the announcer booth with you. But with Robert Parker, I think he's one of those different breeds where you get a loss and it only strengthens your resolve. That kid's not going anywhere for a long, long time in this division, maybe in all of the Schmoedown. But you're right, the story today is how well Chance Ellison played. Under pressure, no teammate to help him out, to calm him down. He stepped up and he delivered for his faction, for himself, and I think that he is somebody that even the Barbarian and, hey, maybe even Elvis, I don't know if Elvis is a mongoose, but he's going to have his hands full with this Cobra.
Yeah, Chance Ellison right now is it has to be on the top of the leaderboards as far as comeback player of the year also. I mean, even though he had a great last season, obviously winning the title, he's putting himself in a position, and I'm sure he's going to be in the singles tournament. This is where we stand out. Those are the rankings for corruption right now. They jump up a big 3 points with this victory here today by Chance Ellison, and you know it is a moral victory for Chance because he is the king of the fan leagues. Competitors who have come in here beforehand now, that was a battle for the crown, and he just took it. He beat Paul Oyama in this, and he beat Robert Parker. So he is the current IG king of those who have transferred from the fan division mark. But now we see ourselves with a Chance Ellison Barbarian match, and right around the corner, Mike Kalinowski steps back in there against Eric Zipper. It is corruption versus the dungeon again. So the question is, will Mike Kalinowski advance, or will the dungeon start to make their play at revenge here in this tournament?
Get to do this whole thing over with these two managers, the indoor-outdoor contrast, and I do have to agree with Shannon, is that as much as Kaiser may not want to admit it, I think that they are cut from a very similar cloth, and obviously Kalinowski and Zipper know a heck of a lot about Inner Geekdom goodness, but when you look at Barbarian versus Chance, Christian, that match, I think just rocketed up in a lot of people's radars to maybe this could be one of the best, not just of this tournament or of the year, it's going to be one of the best matches we've ever seen.
I think so. Well, there you go. The Cobra, Chance Ellison, advancing to the next round to play the Barbarian in the semifinals of the IG tournament. You can see the malicious smile of Shannon Barney from a mile away as she is proud of her champion, her ex-champion, as she should be. Kaiser's got to take the sting, but he's got Zipper and Kalinowski, and you guys can see it. All you got to do, go on over, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. You can also check out all of our matches on audio form. Subscribe to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Not only do you get all the matches, you can get Backstage, which airs every Tuesday, and the Schmoedown Rundown with Brad Gilmore and Frankie Janish. Go on over there, subscribe, leave us a comment, do the whole thing, do it today. For Mark Ellis, I'm Christian Harloff. We'll see you really, really soon. Kalinowski versus Zipper. Take care.
Well, Chance did it. He did it. He beat the Phenom, the Spider Robert Parker. I had faith in Chance. I talked to him about this match, and I told him, he knew how difficult this would be to defeat this. To defeat Parker is It's a Herculean task. But Chance, he was up for it. He pitched a perfect game. He went to multiple choice once around 2, but he did not miss a question. That's how you beat Robert Parker. You cannot miss a question against this guy. He is lethal. But Chance, I'm incredibly happy for you. And Corruption, Shannon, incredible win. And Parker, you'll be back. I mean, everybody knows that how great you fucking are. But today, it wasn't your day. But you're still a monster in this league. Amazing. Love this match. It was everything that I thought it would be and so much more. Incredibly happy for Chance. If you like my reactions, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christopher Woodburn. You can find me on Twitter, Chris Woodburn83, Facebook, Christopher Michael Woodburn. So until next time, Mr. Boy C-Dub, peace.